when I call, I tell him, call me. The baby's just, we in different cities. Call me. He FaceTime me with the baby. She all.
All right, so I have watched a live that Pamela Mitchell did on 103.7 The Beat. The stamp says 8 days ago, so that would be last Friday on the 20th. I believe this is my 4th time watching her. Those 2 young ladies with her, one is her niece and the other is her daughter. And they spoke during the interview. And she's when I'm looking at her on this interview, it reminds me when I did the interview with the news in regards to my son. When I was in my son's ordeal took place in Louisiana. And the thing that hurt me the most listening to her talk was how she said that there was no support from the community. She's hurt with the lack of support from the community. The help that she's gotten is from being strangers, outsiders, people that don't
how did it go?
know her. She said on one search, only 6 people.
I'm not being mean to you. Actually, are you aware?
Showed up.
People are speaking on you. Right. People are putting you like you play a part.
That's the part where she has suspicious of a person that she's speaking of within the video. Which further causes me not to digress, but to steady keep progressing and, encouraging the person who has the information she needs to speak with her. Whether, I don't know if it's man or woman or the person she's speaking of in this video. I don't know. But she has her suspicions, and they speak on it thoroughly, clearly in the live video, the interview that they did. This is with PA from 103.7 The Beat, and this is the YouTube video. So he went live on his Facebook account. That's the clip I saw yesterday. And I took time to find out, went on his page to look for it this morning. I just saw the clip. But then I went to his YouTube channel, and the full video, the interview that he did with Pamela Mitchell is on there. But that hurt to hear her say that there's little to no support from the community. She spoke of no churches around here reaching out to her. People could say, I didn't have your number, I didn't know how to reach you or nothing, but no, we can't use that one. Muskegon little. No, we can't use that one. Didn't know how to reach her, didn't know how to get in touch with her. Don't know her people. You can't use that one. That's a lie. Everybody know a Mitchell, and everybody know a Longmire, and you do. If you don't know them direct, you know some of they folks. Maybe you know somebody had babies and the last name changed along the way, but you know them. So you can't. This Muskegon can't use that.
Heather Talks True Crimes. These are the people that help set up a lot of
things.
things.
she named a couple of folks that was helping her do the flyers.
Come together, crimes.
Not a lot of community support.
Not at all.
What can we do as a community to?
Oh, jeez. If I could just get back to that part.
Not a lot of community support.
There you go.
And I don't know. No.
Oh, wow.
She said it for herself.
No, not really. We had maybe
today? How did it go?
Well, we had 6 people show up.
There you go.
There was a search today. How did it go?
Oh, we had 6 people show up.
6 people. There was a search, I think a couple weeks ago, right?
Yes.
Did the community come out then?
No, not really. We had maybe about 15 people.
15 people.
Yeah, and I don't know. No.
Oh wow. Wow. No phone calls. Not a lot of community support.
Not at all.
What can we do as a community to help them
Come together.
Come together. Is there going to be another search party?
The ladies that's I met on
You know,
social
just
media, Piper on the case. Heather talks true crime.
I'm gonna put that link in this live. It hurt to hear her say that.
You know, been making the billboards, the posts, making the flyers and things like that.
This is my 4th time going into it, watching it.
People reach out. I want to give a shout to Curtis Horton that said he would come out and pray with me because I haven't heard anything from a church. My information is out there. You know, I haven't heard anybody, that asks us to come out and pray with us or come out and be with us and give a prayer before we go before the search. We ain't had none of that. We just ain't got nobody reaching out.
And you're on Facebook, right?
Yes.
And I'm going to type the name in for people that's watching.
Yeah. I knew about the search party, but unfortunately, I'm not able to. The physical aspect of it, I can't do. God, dog. Yeah, that hurt, and I can't say that for me. I did have support from the community. Even if it wasn't from everybody, Muskegon and Muskegon Heights, they stood with me when I was going through that. You had some little bugs and flies in there, some folks in there just trying to, make a name for themselves off of my family's pain. Talking too much. Starting to talk a lot and then stop talking. Pamela is stating here. So it raises suspicion. Like, oh, you knew you got some information, huh? You make people look at you cross-eyed when you act like that. And she speaks of that in this interview. So again, on this morning, to whoever has that information that Pamela Mitchell needs and you need to speak with her, you're supposed to speak with her, go speak to her. I reiterate it again. The Lord speaks to all of us, and the Lord has spoken to you. The Lord has touched your heart for you to speak with Pamela Mitchell, to give her the information that she needs in regards to her son. You don't have to be a pastor, minister, apostle, deacon, deaconess, prophet, prophetess, all these other titles folks is trying to get themselves for the Lord to speak to you. He speaks to everybody. That first voice you hear is always him. Always him. Always. And I say it again. Nothing about this, me speaking to you, whomever you are, is prophetic. Folks will throw that out there quick. Well, that's prophetic. No, that's just the Lord using someone who's already been where Pam Mitchell is. And I'm not the only one. There are plenty of other mothers like me. No disrespect to the father. You don't hear me mention or speak on him because the Lord ain't led me in regards to him. He's touched my heart in regards to Pamela. And listening to this interview for my 4th time, just looking at her, listening to her, my good grief. That was me 10 years ago. So that's how I know whoever you are who has the information, they need to open your mouth and speak. That's how I know. That's how I know. That's how I know you somebody close to the family. You someone who knows the family. You someone who knows Lee. You're someone who knows what happened from beginning to now. You know. You're not telling her. You prolonging it. You not believe that's her daughter spoke and she told other numbers that's available. And the one thing she said, when y'all calling to get in contact with them, it ain't about no play. And it ain't. I can't tell you how more frustrating it is for folks just to be calling you saying, did you do this? Did you do that? Did you hear this? Did you hear that? What y'all got today? Oh, then they asking y'all what you know. Oh, we'll know. We called to see what y'all know. Ain't nobody got time for that playing back and forth on the phone and messages and inbox and all that stuff. Ain't nobody got time for all that. Don't be playing. But you, the one who have that information that could to stop all this, child, you need to move. You need to move with expediency. You need to move. Like I've been telling you, don't be forced to go. Because yes, you are going to speak to her. You're going to speak to Pamela Mitchell. That ain't going nowhere. But don't be forced to go. Have to speak with her. They're saying it right here in this video. They have their suspicions. Pamela speaking. She ain't feeling good about some folks. Which is totally understood. Because I recall that. And most persons I had my suspicions about is correct. Mother intuition just do not lie. It don't. Even if we don't have the full details of everything. That person that's on our heart, that even just the mention of their name or the thought of them, that little sting in the gut, we know. We just don't have full details. And the people who I was having those instincts about, that kept coming across my mind, yeah. So whomever you are, go see Pamela Mitchell. Go see her. Call her, whatever. However the Lord is leading you, you know. You know. I still encourage you, pray for yourself. Pray, be prayerful. You're not this horrible person, whomever you are, that you haven't gone forth yet, but it's causing further strain on this mother, on the family. Remember that thing I was talking to you, that analogy I gave you as far as grace? Using that analogy of the moon. Just say, for instance, that's how your grace is running out on you, because today is the 28th and the 1st is Wednesday. So let's just say if you only had 3 days before that covering of grace came off you, and you're exposed. Just using that for example. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just using that as an example. Because that is how grace works. It's only there for a time. And you don't know the window between grace and when God is covering you in his mercy. You don't know it. So you don't want to play with it. Don't. Contact Lee Longmire Jr.'s mother. Contact Lee Longmire Jr.'s mother, Pamela Mitchell. Go, because God has already led you to go. And speak what he has told you to speak.